Hello everyone, welcome to today's vlog. In today's vlog, we are going to do something that I've been wanting to do basically since we bought the Jetta, and that is paint the block. We are almost done. It's clean, as you guys saw from the last episode that spanned basically 6 fucking weeks. We now have to do a metal prep, which is like a chemical from POR-15, which is the name of the company. And once the engine block is prepped with that substance, then we can actually put the paint on the block. And then from there, it's gonna take 7 days for it to dry, which is totally fine because this car's not gonna be running in the next 7 days. So whatever. So that being said, let's head over to the block and let's get metal etching, metal prepping, metal somethinging. Lauren likes marshmallows. He wanted everyone to know that. Yeah, you're like, after seeing that guys at High Octane last weekend, you don't see this. No. Like, there's nothing of this that you'll actually see. You'll see a little bit of yellow. His was black.
That looks dry. Or almost dry.
Yeah. Ooh, it looks good. Over there.
You have to rinse it, right?
Yeah. So the engine etch did a lot of work actually. Like, look at it. So next up, spray it down, dry it off. Then it's time for painting, which is the best part of the entire fucking episode, right? Look how good it did. All of this white. I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, I thought more of like the bigger chunks would come off, but after like this many weeks, everyone's like, this is as good as it's gonna get. I guess gotta trust them. I don't know what to expect. I guess I have to realize that this block is probably, what, 20 years old? It's not gonna be perfect. But the Jetta's not perfect. And you know what? We're not perfect. But that's okay, we do our best. And this block's doing its best too. Let's get cleaning. Of course, I was like a foot away and turned the hose on full blast and splashed myself in the face because I'm an idiot. Moment of fucking truth. That's fucking yellow. Wow. It's like fucking mustard yellow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go ahead and shake this paint up. First, like, look over. Is it dry? For sure, totally dry. This did a really good job with like one coat covering this, especially since like the more and more that I see turboed VR6s, you don't see this engine block whatsoever. So I'm kind of just doing this just for fun, especially since the last engine had a nice like Pepto-Bismol pink. Thought I would continue the generation of weird colored weird colored engines inside the Jetta. But we're gonna probably keep shaking it up for a little bit more. Probably take a sip of wine. Oh god, that is fucking delicious. If you're under the age of 21, alcohol is not good. Don't drink. If you're over the age of 21, alcohol is good. Keep drinking. Alright, so that's probably good. Let's open this bitch up. Oh yeah. Boom. Engine block. That's there. Got some brushes. So, these are really big, almost too big. Okay. What if I could? That's gonna be fine. We'll figure it out. Am I sitting on these? I'm sitting on it. I'm gonna just toss these down. It seemed to there be some splatter from the last time I did this on my driveway, and I would like to avoid that. Fuck, this is really big. It's too big for the brush. Oh, what a pain in the ass. It's gonna splatter. No, we're good. We're good. There we go. So, Jetta. So it is, what, middle of October right now? I bought the car June, and we honestly thought that this was going to be a few-week project. We were going to get it done and running by the Woodward Dream Cruise, which happened mid or last weekend of August. We've not got that far. I think there's a lot of like things that happen in the last few weeks, few months that kind of got in the way. COVID is obviously, let's wait for this plane to stop being loud and obnoxious. Now that that's gone. COVID got in the way. A lot of our friends didn't want to, we wanted to social distance, we wanted to be safe. Some of us got COVID. We had to like stay farther away from each other than we expected. And you know, the Jetta was the lowest priority. Like when we were able to be together while being smart and social distance, we wanted to drink, hang out, eat food, stuff like that. What we didn't really want to do was be this close all together working on the Jetta. So the Jetta's progress unfortunately slowed down, and I get that. That's okay, honestly, totally fine. We're now getting to the point though where it's the middle of October, and I just want to get this engine put together and back in its place, back inside the Jetta running before the end of the year. My busy season in advertising is right now. I have a lot going on. All my 2021 strategies are due in the next few weeks. In addition, Super Bowl is happening, and we have potentially a few... That's a big-ass bug that just dropped from somewhere. Oh my god. I have potentially a few Super Bowl commercials happening this year. And that just takes up a lot of time and planning and all of that over the next few weeks. Few months until the Super Bowl happens, but that's totally fine, right? A lot of fun. My ultimate fear though, fuck, that's a big bug, it's gross. My ultimate fear is this: at the end of March, I have to give my Ram truck back, and I don't plan on buying another vehicle right away. I have an order out on a Ford Bronco, and no one really knows this on YouTube, so if you made it to this part of the video, congrats, you now know I bought a Ford Bronco, and I'll be one of the first people to have one. But that's coming in July. So I won't have an actual vehicle for a few months. So my Jetta will ultimately be my only form of transportation. It's really important that it is up and running to the point where it's a safe, reliable vehicle. I don't know if it'll ever be safe, but it's a reliable vehicle. That's super fucking important. Smell that paint. While that may not be the smartest thing to do, it's kind of the thing that I need to do. Because I really want a Bronco, and I don't really want to buy another vehicle in the weird midterm, unless, I don't know, I could buy like an old Jeep or something, just to like keep me busy for a few weeks, few months. But at the same time, like, I'm not going back to the office anytime soon, and if I need to, I can drive Jetta, or hell, I can walk to my office, which is spectacular. Look at that, so good. So good. So yeah, Jetta progress is slow. That's okay. I saw someone on TikTok, I think the other day, I think it was TikTok? I don't know where it was. But they were basically saying that like YouTube isn't real life. No one's project comes together in a few weeks. It's like when you see people like, you know, Adam LS or TJ Hunt, when they literally like buy a wrecked car, strip it, build it, all of that in like a month. That doesn't actually happen. Or their timeline on how they actually publish those videos is so far away from reality that they can have that opportunity to keep you engaged during those few weeks, so you're constantly coming back to their channels and watching the content while also exposing you to new sorts of content, which is super interesting tactic. If you guys don't know, I work in advertising, right? But I work in social media a lot. And part of why I started a YouTube channel, sorry, stomach ache, so now I have burps. Part of why I started a YouTube channel was to get more experience on this platform, right? Instagram's super easy experience on. Facebook, everyone has experience on. Twitter, everyone has experience on. But YouTube is so interesting, right? It's one of the, I would say, the most powerful platform / social platform out there. In addition, it just has so many opportunities to drive legitimate business goals and KPIs and all of that. But it's honestly slept on because it's very complicated for brands to create content and very expensive for brands to create content. So my thought was like, how could I learn more about this platform while actively participating in it? So then when I come to these big meetings with the CMO of FCA and shit, how do I sound smarter? How do I have real experience and all of that? You know, in addition, I learned how to edit videos, and I feel like I'm adequate at it. Like, I'm not saying I'm out there creating the best content out there in the world in terms of like production quality, but I know my way around After Effects and Premiere Pro CC, and pretty damn excited about that. But yeah. But no, what I was saying is that when I get to think about some of these people and how they go about their world of creating content and the strategies that I don't know if they definitely know that they're activating. I'm wondering if other people understand it, or if it's just the few individuals who decided that they were dumb enough to get into a career of social media and have access to the numbers of influencers and how much money they get paid, making those decisions without actually being able to get that money. That's a sad thing. When you see influencers who are like, wow, you have half your followers are bot, because they're all based in like, you know, cities where bot farms are notorious to be. Your engagement rate is super garbage, but our brand likes you, or our individual who is in charge of the brand likes you, even though everything says that you're fake, you still get $40,000 or $50,000 or $100,000, and we actually don't achieve any of the KPIs we set out for, and it's garbage. It's really sad and just a complete waste of money. That happens so often. You would be shocked how often it actually happens. Blow your mind. Truly blow your mind. Look at that. Let me check something real quick. Sorry, I'm off screen. Gotta do another sip. That bottle of wine's gone. So, something that I was also thinking about this Jetta build so far is how expensive it's been. Like, truly expensive. Like, and I understand that car parts are pretty big things. A lot of raw materials, plastics, metals, aluminum, things like that. But that being said, holy shit, it gets expensive, right? I'm like $5,500 into this car right now, which like isn't a lot when you think about it. It's still like a running car. It's gonna have like 450. I'm gonna wait for this plane to go by. I live close to a private airport, and it gets pretty busy around the afternoons, evenings, and people are coming back from their fancy business trips from the day. I don't know if people are like maybe flying into Chicago and back, I don't know. But like, it's gone now. $5,500 into this car, and I'm pretty excited because it's going to be a 400 plus horsepower car, and it's going to be super cool and have lots of cool street cred and all of that, blah, 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 blah. But my mind goes, could that money have been spent somewhere else? Like different car, different upgrade to my home, different something like that, something like this. And I think my only thought is like, am I passionate for this vehicle? Or am I at the point right now where I just want to get this car done driving and then sell it? I kind of feel like I have this like mix of two, right? I never been a Volkswagen fan before I bought a Volkswagen. That's not true. Like I've always liked Golf R's and the Tiguan's, or not Tiguan's, the Golf Alltracks, the wagons. I think those are sick, and I would definitely like one of those. But like maybe I should have just bought a Golf Alltrack. But the issue is that like this car is $1,500, and everything all together is like $5,500. I could have spent $5,500 just on parts on a BRZ and only have gotten like a body kit and some like cheap fake wheels, right? Just got a bunch of yellow paint on my hand. That's okay. So it's like, yes, it is expensive, and at the end of the day, like when I go to sell this, I'll probably be able to recoup all of that money, plus like what little money I've made on YouTube, which is crazy that like I've made almost no money of building the Jetta on YouTube. Like no money. I'm actually, every time I post a video about the Jetta, I lose fans, which is funny, sad, disheartening, but it's okay because like I started this channel primarily focused on motorcycles, and cars haven't been like a huge thing. So I have to like retrain you guys, my audience, and attract new people who are also interested in motorcycles and cars with the same passion that I have. And hopefully my views start coming up more and more. Get that yellow paint on. I feel like I did a better job than Lauren's side. I know you guys can't see this right now, but like, I definitely did a better job than Lauren did. What a bitch. I can say that now because like this video probably won't come out before he moves to California. So, what a bitch, Lauren. Just kidding, bud. Just kidding. I get all up in there in them nooks and crannies. But yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting to like start thinking about like all the money that you could spend on what cars and how much performance you would get out of it. You know, that fun saying, ain't no replacement for displacement. Kind of makes sense. Like if you start with a car that has a lot of power, you don't really have to do much to get more power from it. Like that's why a lot of people start with like Dodge Challenger Scat Packs and shit like that. You already have like almost 500 horsepower. Like you don't really need more power than that. And here I'm starting with like 100 horsepower, so I need like all the power. All the power. So dirty. I gotta clean this bitch.